met my wife, Cynthia, when I went on a seaside vacation one day. While on vacation by the sea, I decided to enjoy the sun and the beach. One day I decided to take a walk along the coast and enjoy the beautiful views of the sea. While I was walking on the sand, my attention was drawn to a beautiful woman who was sitting on one of the benches looking at the sunset. Her graceful figure and bright eyes instantly attracted my attention. Cynthia was an incredibly attractive woman, and her appearance made me freeze for a moment. She had graceful features. She was the owner of beautiful smooth skin and sparkling eyes. Her hair was long and silky, emphasizing her femininity. When I saw her for the first time, I saw sadness and loneliness in her eyes. But despite this, she was irresistible, emitting that very genuine attraction. Having met her at close range, I was able to examine her even more closely. Her eyes were deep and sparkling like a lit flame. She had a beautiful smile that bloomed on her face, giving her a unique charm. Every detail of her appearance emphasized her natural attractiveness and gave her a special charm. I was fascinated by her looks and attractiveness, which matched perfectly with her inner beauty and charm. I decided to come up and say hello. Hello, sorry to bother you, but I just couldn't pass by without noticing you. The sunset here is really great, isn't it? I turned to the girl with a smile. Yes, absolutely. It is so beautiful and soothing. I enjoy every moment. I agree. I'm sorry if I scare you, but my name is David. I am here on vacation and enjoy the sea and the weather. Nice to meet you, David. I am Cynthia. I also rest on this wonderful coast. This is my favorite vacation spot. Very nice, Cynthia. How did you get here? Where are you from? I'm from Dortmund. I have been looking for this place in the advertising booklet for a long time. Where are you from? Do not believe it, but I am also from this city, I answered with a smile. Can't be. The world is so small, isn't it? I came here to escape from everyday worries and enjoy the beauty of the sea. What a coincidence. Who would have thought that we would both be here at the same time? Isn't it wonderful? We continued to talk, share our impressions of the place where we grew up, and discuss our common interests. I soon realized that we had a lot in common, and our communication was easy and pleasant. Look, Cynthia, I have an idea. We are from the same city and enjoy the same things here.
Can we spend this vacation together? So, I think it will be much more fun.
Yes, really interesting idea. I always liked new acquaintances and the opportunity to share experiences. I will gladly join your company. We spent the rest of the holiday together, getting to know each other, learning about our interests and dreams. Every day was filled with adventure, laughter, and unexpected discoveries. I learned about Cynthia's passion for travel. She was such a cheerful and inspiring person, eager for new discoveries. As our holiday came to an end, we both realized that our acquaintance was something special. Our communication was natural and deep. We decided to continue our relationship after returning to our hometown. And so, a few years later, we decided to get married. When Cynthia and I got married, our lives were transformed. We created family comfort and enjoyed every moment spent together. I worked as a truck driver, which allowed me to travel all over Europe. My job was to deliver loads of various goods from one city to another. I enjoyed the freedom on the road and the opportunity to see different corners of this beautiful continent. My trips often lasted several days or weeks. I have traveled through picturesque landscapes, passed through mountain passes, and visited various cities. Each time there was something new and exciting. I loved watching the changing landscapes and enjoyed the freedom and independence on the road. At the time, Cynthia was working as a shop assistant. She had special charms and the ability to communicate with people. Her job was to help customers choose products, provide them with information, and provide pleasant service. Cynthia was open and friendly, and her smile always delighted customers. When I was at home, we took long walks in the parks, spent time together in nature, or simply enjoyed cozy evenings at home. We also went on vacation to various exotic places to enjoy new beautiful places together. Our home was filled with love and warmth, and every day with Cynthia was special. Life with Cynthia was full of adventure and meaning. We supported each other, shared our joys and difficulties, and always knew that we could rely on each other. Our mutual support and love made us inseparable, and we lived every day with gratitude and joy. Thus, my life with Cynthia was filled with work, love, and mutual understanding. We tried to create coziness and harmony in our home, and we tried to make every day special. Despite the split time when I was on the road, we always found ways to keep in touch and stay close. Cynthia always left me notes and letters that I found in my truck cab. They filled my heart with warmth and love, and I looked forward to returning home to hug her and tell her about my adventures on the road. We shared our impressions and dreams, made plans for the future, and supported each other in all endeavors. Cynthia was a beautiful woman with exquisite features. Her eyes shone with a bright spark, and her smile gave her a special charm. Her hair was long and shiny, and she always had impeccable style and elegance in her look. I have always admired her outer beauty, but I was even more attracted to her inner strength and kindness. Cynthia was able to cook delicious and varied dishes that always filled our home with aromas and delighted our taste buds. We spent time together, cooking dinner and enjoying the conversation at the table, sharing our joys and taking care of each other. Life with Cynthia was unique and filled with love. We created our own history, full of happy moments and unforgettable adventures. Every day our feeling only grew stronger, and I was grateful to fate for bringing us together. Thus, we continued to build our happy and comfortable life, working and supporting each other in all endeavors. We learned, grew, and developed together, finding joy and meaning in our lives together. Every day with Cynthia was an adventure filled with love and understanding. We have been married for 21 years. I never thought that something could happen in my life that would make my hair stand on end. I was used to a measured, well-established life and thought that it would always be like this. But one day, one incident changed everything. Cynthia called me with a request.
David, hi.
Hello, Cynthia. Yes, let them take it. I don't mind. Great, David. Thanks. I'll call Carla back and make her happy. Carla and her husband, Stephen, were very good friends of ours. We often saw each other and supported each other in difficult moments of life. So I didn't hesitate to let my car be taken. It's been about 3 days since Cynthia asked me about the car. I was driving along a winding road between beautiful green plains, and then suddenly my attention was attracted by a car that overtook me. I looked and couldn't believe my eyes. It was my car. It was definitely my license plate. At first, I was very surprised, but then I was delighted. I saw how soon this car turned into a small private sector, located not far from the main road. I just had time to rest, and I decided that I would just visit my old friends, arrange a surprise for them. They obviously arrived there in a rented house. There was a truck stop nearby. I parked and went to the nearest roadside shop to buy goodies. Do not go to visit empty-handed. I took a good brand of beer and scored delicious snacks. Then I headed towards this private sector where my car turned. We had to walk several kilometers. But I decided to take a walk because it was really very beautiful here. There was something to admire here. And now I was already in the private sector and looked at the courtyard surrounding me to see a parked car. And then I found my car near a 2-story house. I knocked on the door, but no one came to the door. Then I turned the handle and the door opened. It was not locked. I went inside and called to Carla and Stephen, but again, no one answered me. I started to feel a little awkward and insecure. Maybe I had the wrong house. But suddenly I heard voices on the second floor. I carefully made my way up to the second floor. Here, a small terrace overlooked the inner part of the courtyard. It could be accessed through glass doors. I walked up to those glass doors and couldn't believe my eyes. It wasn't Carla with her husband. It was Cynthia with some strange man. I heard their conversation and anger began to boil in me. Just in case, I took out my phone and turned on the video recording. I put the phone in my breast pocket. The camera peeked out of my pocket and recorded everything. These bastards sat in 2 armchairs and drank wine. Gabriel, I'm so glad we were able to get out on this vacation, Cynthia said happily. Yes, Cynthia. It's amazing. And you did a good job with your husband's car. I like it, the bastard replied, with a smile on his face. Yes, David will not guess anything. So he definitely won't know about our adventures. Let him calmly travel and earn money for me for gifts, Cynthia said with a laugh. Okay, we didn't come here to remember your husband. Come to me, my fish, said the bastard. Cynthia got up from her chair and sat right on the bastard, exposing her chest. These creatures began to undress and lick each other from head to toe. Then my patience snapped. I understood everything and went to the terrace. I shook a bottle of beer, opened it, and threw it at those bastards. They obviously didn't expect to see me here. David, what are you doing here? How did you get here? Cynthia jumped off the bastard, stunned, shaking off her beer. Yes, I decided to visit my friends, treat them with beer. And here you are. This is no less fateful case than our first meeting. Oh, you bitch. Shameless creature. How could you? I spoke out. Oh, you bastard. Yes, I'll throw you out of here, Gabriel yelled, wiping spilled beer from his muzzle. Try it, motherfucker, I answered. Enraged, Gabriel ran towards me. I stood up, ready to defend. But then, suddenly, Gabriel's legs got tangled and caught on the blanket that Cynthia casually threw off when she got up from her chair and climbed on this bastard. He staggered and, by inertia, flew forward. This bastard flew past me and crashed into the glass doors, which began to crumble from the impact. The last huge piece of glass, stuck at the top, came crashing down and landed right on the bastard's neck. Then Cynthia screamed in hysterics, her face covered with drops of blood that spurted from the bastard's neck. She wiped the blood with trembling hands and screamed. I myself was in shock, because it all happened in a split second, but I calmed down and was definitely not going to feel sorry for Cynthia. You're stupid bitch. I didn't want him dead, but that bastard asked for trouble. But you can find a new one. And you don't even need to hide. And I'm leaving, and I don't want to see you again in my life. I said and left. My flight was delayed because of what happened. The police and investigators were investigating the incident. But thanks to my video, it was clearly clear that it was a ridiculous accident. But I would call it karma. I was released, and I immediately began to deal with the divorce from Cynthia. Calls and texts of apology regularly came to my phone, but there was no way I was going to forgive such a betrayal. I continued to build my life without Cynthia, and I wasn't bad at it. I have a new family. Anna has become a new light in my life, but we were in no hurry to legitimize our relationship. I was able to become happy again, and I was glad that I was able to discard old grievances. But Cynthia could not improve her life. Her lie led to the fact that she was left without work at all, got all her relatives and acquaintances, constantly borrowing money from them, and then completely drank herself. I didn't hear anything more about her, and I didn't want to.